And don't expect to do all the things you see or hear about. Look around and actually find the right place for you. I got a recommendation through my mum, through a colleague. Set up an interview, had my interview, was offered the job after the 2-week trial period. Actually loving it. Yeah, really, really good. Keeps me extremely busy. Wasn't always something I wanted to do. I actually used to work in retail for a number of years, and then during COVID got a little bit bored and decided, maybe I'd look at another career path. And at the time I was very heavily involved in cars, working on them at home. Early starts, I'm usually dependent on the day, 6:30 to 7 in the morning. For an 8 o'clock start, I work either an hour or an hour and a half of overtime prior. At 8 o'clock, our booked in services arrive. It's usually 3 to 5. We check them all out in the morning, do our parts runs, all that kind of thing. Once all the service side of it's all done, I move on to all the big jobs, so jobs that are 6 months long or 3 weeks long. I definitely prefer doing the bigger jobs over general servicing. General servicing is, I guess you could say, the boring side of it, but it's all part of the trade. Experience in everything, whether it be servicing or engine building or repair work. You learn something new every day. I most enjoy the engine building side of the trade, which is very specialist, I guess you could say. Not every mechanical workshop will build engines. I just like the technical side of it. It is physically hard on your body. I wouldn't say it's as hard as the heavy diesel. Very mentally tiring and also physically tiring. And once I'm qualified, I'd like to do a couple more years to build up my knowledge, and then I'd like to start my own business. Definitely do your research. My trade's very broad. If you want to be a mechanic, you can either be a mechanic at a dealership, which is not very specialist, it's just your general servicing. If you don't want to do that, you've got engine building. So that's just building engines. Is its own kind of trade. Don't think that the first shop you go to is going to be perfect either. This is my second workshop I've worked for. First one being a dealership. I didn't really know what I was getting into. I was very green to it. I only spent probably 6 months there and decided to leave because it just wasn't right for me. And then just happened to run into a shop that was willing to teach me new things and have drive for me to succeed in what I want to do. Either my boss or one of the other fully qualified mechanics. If I need help, I'm pretty much one-on-one. If there's a job that's quite a large job, I've pretty much got guidance through that whole job, whether or not we're busy or not, which is always good. You definitely need to be a hard worker. You need to be able to take criticism, that's for sure. You're always going to get a customer that will complain. Always have to listen, whether you like the answer or not, and take feedback.